Dear students, now we are going to discuss the business model canvas. This is a framework for assessing the company's visibility. That means, as a new entrepreneur, when you are starting a business based on some idea, it is always better to canvas that model. Now, what does canvassing mean here? That means you will have a one shot view of your business, and this framework will actually provide you with with the lot of information that is important for your business. Uh, as a reference, you can see a YouTube video which is given in the link which the slide which I'm showing to you, and my cursor is pointing at it. Now, let me discuss it in detail with you. So on your screen, you can see the basic business canvas model. Now, there are some important terms which you should know. So that means if you have this slide with you, and if you fill this slide as per the information, you will find that it is very helpful in building your business plan. So we will be using this business model canvas for developing our final business plan. And moreover, it would be helpful for your presentation as well, for your final presentation. So keep it in mind that business plan and your presentation, it's a part of your future work. That means in future, if you start your own business, this business plan, this business model canvas can help you in that as well. So prepare it with utmost care and try to put as much relevant information as you can. So if you see this business canvas, you will find the key partners. My cursor is actually pointing out to the key partners. That is the first important aspect of business canvas model. Now, for your business, you need to define the key partners. Remember, for instance, let me take an example of some coffee shop. So let's say as an entrepreneur, you are starting a new coffee shop. Now, who can be the key partner for your coffee shop? That is the question. You need to know there are, we have talked about the competitive advantage before. Now, organizations, they do try to achieve some competitive advantage. They try to achieve competency. Now, key partners would be the ones that are very important for your business. For example, for a coffee shop, who can be my key partner? Now, for that coffee shop, there are suppliers who would be supplying me with the raw material, which is required for making a coffee. Then there is there can be a partner in the form of those who actually provide me with the location where I am situated, or there may be partners who may not be providing me with any competitive advantage. It is possible that partners are not your competency. For instance, in case of a coffee shop, I am making a special type of a coffee, which is something new in this country. Now, for that case, maybe the flavor of the coffee and the raw material for it, which is being supplied by some specific supplier, is my key partner. For example, let's say there is another business which is about takeaways. For example, Amazon is there is Shopee, and there are many others. Now, for them, their key partners are the distribution companies, the companies that actually provide them with the logistical service of taking a product from that platform to the end customer, and they do it in a timely manner so that customer satisfaction is reached. So for Amazon, for Shopee.com, or for Alibaba.com, or any other online platform, the distribution company or the logistical company that is providing them for the mean as a mean of carrying their product, that means the courier services, these companies are very important and they are their key partners because they provide them with a competitive advantage as well. So you need to chalk out the key partners for your business as well. Now, if you see the second part, that is the key activities. So here you would be writing or pointing out the key activities in your business. For example, for a coffee shop, the key activity would be the training of the chef for making that special type of a coffee, or the blueprint of the service. How would the service, that means how would the customers be provided with the product, with the coffee or with the different things. So you need to know what are the key activities which you need to fulfill in order to satisfy the ultimate customer. Then there are key resources. Now there are businesses who would require some special type of resources in the form of a raw material, or maybe in the form of a skilled worker, or maybe in the form of trained human resource, which is required for implementing the right business strategy for them. That means my business would be successful if I have those key resources. So key resources can be a raw material. It can be a skilled worker as well who knows how to perform that work. For example, for the companies which make electronic products, their workers are very important for them because they are trained in doing that complex work. So you need to define your key resources as well. For instance, for a coffee shop with a new type of a flavor, the key resource could be the raw material for the new flavor of a coffee. The key resource in a restaurant could be the chef who is trained in making that special type of a dish, which is the which is a competitive advantage of that restaurant. Then you need to define the value proposition. Now, when you talk about value proposition means what that business aims to achieve and provide to the customer. So, for me, my value proposition can be the cost effectiveness. For some business, new business, the value proposition could be the quality of a product which is being provided to the customers. For some businesses, maybe for example, Domino's Pizza all over the world, they have a value proposition of providing a quality product, that is the pizza, at your doorstep in a timely manner. So they will provide it within time. So quality plus timeliness. So it depends that what type of value proposition your business would create. So here you will be defining your value proposition, the objective which you need to achieve, and what is important about it. Then there is customer relationship. How would you create customer relationship? This is more about your marketing strategy. How would you create your marketing strategy that would actually create? Remember, for any business, We talked about it before. For any business, the ultimate goal is that the customer would be buying their product repeatedly. They would buy their product again and again. It's not just a one time affair. They would not switch, they would become loyal to the company, to that business. Now, businesses they have loyalty plans. For example, you have a Shukran card for different companies, like different businesses, like there is Max, there is Centerpoint here in Oman, there is Carrefour, even there is Lulu. They would provide you with a Shukran card or some type of a loyalty card so that they can retain you. They provide you with different type of discount points. If you accumulate those points, you will get something for a discount, or you will get something for a free as a gift from that company or that business. So here you are actually talking about your marketing strategy that would actually help you in creating good customer relationship. The purpose here is that you should be able to retain the customers. Then then there is a channel. What type of channel structure you will use for your business? This is mainly about how would you provide your product to the customer, whether it will be some outlet, that is the offline thing, or your business is available online. For example, Amazon or Shopee.com, they are only available online right now. Yes, Amazon is working towards making some retail outlets, but at this point of time, Amazon is an online, primarily an online business. There are companies that will use both type of channels. For example, they will use online channel as well. So there would be a website. You will, if you go to that website of that company or that business, you can buy a product there, or there is an option of offline. That means there are shops available, or there are shops in which the product, you will find the product of that company and you can buy it from there, or they have their own franchises or own retail outlets which would be available and in different cities, and you will find it there. Remember, in terms of channel selection, keep it in mind, online channel selection right now in this world, it provides more outreach. When you talk about outreach, outreach means more customers can actually be gathered without spending more money. Whereas in terms of a brick and mortar retail outlet, that means a shop. If you if you inaugurate one shop, if you launch one shop, it costs you a lot of capital. And also, only the customers who are living in that nearby locality, they would be able to access it. So accessibility is not for all the customers. You need to have more outlets in that sense. Yes, there are companies that will use that model. And remember, we talked about franchises. So franchises is also a type of a channel structure. That means you would allow someone, you will give your name of your company, and you will also provide what type of service you provide or what type of product you provide. You will provide all the training to someone in some other country, and he will open a retail outlet with your business name. So that business would be your franchise, and they will be essentially providing the same type of a product or a service as you are doing, but you will they will share the profit with you. So franchises are also there. Franchises are there as a model to increase your outreach. Apple has franchises, Dell, HP, big companies, all of them, they use franchises as well. So primarily it is between online and offline, but in offline, when you are talking about different retail outlets or shops, there can be franchises. Franchises can be there. And sometimes there are only some space. That means in some shops, your product would be available in one section or in one area. So that is also a possibility. You need to define it at that point of time. Then there is customer segment. So when you talk about customer segment, my cursor is actually pointing out to it. Here we are talking about the market segmentation, the type of customers who can actually buy your product. So what is the demography of the customers who can buy your product? What is the age group of the customers? For example, you are dealing or your idea or your business is about some beauty care product. So that beauty care product would actually be for the female customers. But what is the age range? Maybe from 15 years to 60 years or 55 years. That is the age group of customers which are your main segment. We talked about a niche as well. For example, Ferrari car is not for everyone. Maybe it is only for those who want to have a racing car or some customized car for them, and they would pay a high price for it. So it's a niche. It's for some specific customer segment, not for everyone. Apple products, iPhone or Apple MacBook or Mac Air, these are a niche products as well. This is not for the whole customer community who are using laptops or mobile phones. They are for some specific group. So here you need to define the customer segment who can buy your product. There are some other things as well. If you see at the bottom of this canvas, there is a cost structure. Cost structure essentially means what is the cost per unit of your product or your service. We have talked about it in the financial management section. So you must know how to calculate the average cost per unit for your type of a product or service. So this gives you a good idea that what is your break even. This is break even. Remember, we talked about break even. Break even means no profit, no loss situation. This is the cost. The cost of your service, which includes your overhead cost, that means your direct expenses as well as indirect expenses. Then we have the revenue structure or revenue stream. In a revenue stream, we would be talking about the profit or the price of market price of your product or service, which will give you a profit. So that means revenue will be the market price for one unit of my product or service in the market. Then there are two interesting things at the bottom, which are the social and environmental cost and the social and environmental benefits. These are at the bottom of this canvas. Now, what are these? We have talked about sustainability or environmental friendliness of your products now. This is a recent trend. Now, we know that products are being made such that they do not have any bad impact on the environment. If that is the case, just please tell it here. Remember, if there is no environmental effect or your product is being made with the traditional raw material, for example, you are making markers and it is made with the same plastic, so the environmental effect is not that good, but maybe you are looking at the social impact. Social impact means what is the effect of your product or a service on the community or the people who are working in your company, are they satisfied with their work? Social impact is also very important now. We have talked about it before in different classes. So social impact is important. Now we are talking about social entrepreneurs. We are talking about those type of entrepreneurs who actually research, who actually think about the society. Their competitive advantage is more about environment friendliness in their product. For example, McDonald provide a sustainable product. How? They will, even the tissue papers or the cups which you are using in McDonald's, they are recyclable. If that is the case with your product, just put it there. And what would be the cost for that social and environmental thing? And how, what type of benefits customers or your business can get from that? So this canvas will cover that part as well. So students, we have covered the whole business model. There are some descriptions for some important things. For example, customer segments, which I talked in that what uh, in that slide, in that canvas. So these are the things you can actually go through, which I talked about, like demographics of the customers, what type of customers will be actually buying your product, how large is that market, that is also very important. How, for your type of idea, for example, remember that there should be a big customer segment for it. For example, let's say 80% of the population of some country is old and your product is for young people. That means there will be only 20% customers base for your type of a product. So maybe it is a very challenging thing. Your product, even if it is a niche, it is for a niche market for some specific customer. The customer should be large in number, not small in number. Then I hope you will go through all the important aspects, and it is always better to fill this canvas model before making your business plan. It helps you in two ways. First of all, it will help you in your presentation. These are the important things. If you think these are all the important things of your business plan, and if these are a part of your presentation, that means you will not miss any important thing. So I have also provided with these slides where you can actually see the important description about the different things which we just talked. So I hope you will use this canvas model for your business plan. So that means just take a printout of this slide, fill it, fill the important information in it, and then make your business plan. I assure you that you will not miss any important information in terms of your business model. And even for your presentation, it will be very helpful. You would know which points you need to include or which points are important for your whole business business presentation, that presentation. So I hope this session would be a fruitful one for you. Thank you.